Hello everybody and welcome back to the Minecraft 1.16 Nether Let's Play series. In the last episode we had a bit of a messy episode, to say the least. We created this portal we already had this portal, but we recreated this portal platform over here in the middle of an ocean, which I actually added a bad down there, because if I end up dying and my respawn anchor doesn't have any glowstone loaded up in it anymore, that's going to be an issue. We're not going to go there quite yet, but I can now pretty much confirm that that is, in fact, a underwater monument. So we will be going there at some point, not only because of sponge, but also because it holds quite a lot of gold. We have a lot of junk here, and some diamonds. I don't want to use those yet if I can help it. And I also have some pork chop, and I'm not going to use any of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to also put the lodestone compass away. We're going to go to the overworld. Damn it. Didn't think that through. We're going to go to the overworld because I made another portal. Let's just do this quickly. I made another portal, and I made a pretty much like straight path to it, because I figured if I want to go do some overworld exploration and get all the items I want from the overworld, such as sugarcane and maybe some normal saplings and maybe some eventually I'm going to want to have villages as well, which I might be able to bring back into the Nether with me. But I also want a place that I can build a strip mine. I want certain things that you can only do in the overworld. Such as potentially a sheep farm. I still don't know if a sheep farm would work in the Nether. Obviously, we can get wool through string, but that would require having a lot of gold as well. As you can see, it's a very, very long tunnel. I just wanted to start walking in one direction, and I didn't stop until I ended up in this here. And that also now gives us very easy access to a Nether waste biome, which might not sound very important at all, but it's a very easy place to mine up some quartz and sometimes maybe a little gold and stuff. And that's always going to be good. And I can see a basalt delta down there as well. So we've got access to a couple of different biomes easily now as well. So that is a very good thing. Once we find a biome in the overworld with ice, or packed ice, or blue ice even. Of course it's nighttime, is it? It's about to be daytime. The moment I went through here, by the way, I found, exactly what I was looking for. Sugarcane. We already got some. That's a really good start. That is the main reason I wanted to come to the overworld, obviously. Now I'm going to have to start worrying about creepers again. That's going to be fun. But that is not where our exploration will end for today. We are going to come back to the Nether at the end of this episode with a lot of overworld-based items. I say while my game crashes. Let me load back in. I forgot to put away my lodestone compass, but honestly it doesn't matter that much since I'm going to respawn in my house anyway, and if I die without the respawn anchor active, I'm going to respawn in the bed, close to the portal, close to my house. So honestly, it doesn't matter that much that I'm going to potentially lose it. Okay, one more crash later. I can now put away the compass, I suppose. It seems like there is a issue where the game crashes when you have Dolphin's Grace, or rather, probably when Dolphin's Grace runs out. Which is a very interesting bug, I must admit. So we're going to try to avoid dolphins like the plague. I should also mention that as of me recording this, I am playing on 20W21A. So by the time this goes up, which should be about a week from now, that might be fixed in 20W22A. If dolphins make us crash, we should probably just head the other way, right? Maybe punch some tall grass. I don't know if we can actually farm at all in the Nether. We probably can't because we don't have water. Yeah, that's right. So if we even want to have a wheat farm, we're going to need to do that outside of our Nether portal, which honestly, anything that's farm related, we can just do in our main portal. Anything exploration based, we're going to need to use this portal as our base of operations. But just building farms and stuff, there shouldn't be any reason. I probably should note down the coordinates of the portal before I leave. Let's start by taking down some not that one, there's a creeper there. Man, I've been in the nether for so long that I'm not even used anymore to the fact that creepers can blow me up. Which is really weird. So, again, the main objective today is just some overworld exploration. After the end of today's episode, I'll also be building a strip mine in this area over here. But I'll be strip mining between episodes if necessary. Probably the same with enchanting, because after today's episode, I probably have an entire enchantment setup. That is the end goal of today's episode, having a enchantment setup. But that shouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, we'll have some sugarcane growing, obviously, and I'll probably do like a cutaway or two to harvest some sugarcane to get my paper. But then we've got so much leather as it is, and we can get plenty of wood fairly easily. I think it shouldn't be a problem for us to get the bookshelves we need to get a full enchantment setup. Some flowers for any like coloring we might want to do in the future or not, I don't know. It'll always be nice to have, especially if we like want to do any fancy type of builds. It'll be useful because I think you can, at least the tall flowers, I think you can bone meal to just like infinitely multiply them pretty much. I think that's how that works. I have never really done much with the tall flowers. I haven't played Minecraft a lot, at least not vanilla Minecraft, for a while before 1.16. Like, I think the last time I played was probably 1.9, 1.10-ish. I have some basic understanding of the features that were released since then, but not a lot. This doesn't really seem to be going anywhere. I just remembered I did pass up a shipwreck earlier, which I didn't go explore because I think probably like a creeper close to it or something. I don't know. I just blatantly ignored talking about creepers. Let's go. Like, quick pace here. I don't want to be blown up. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the fact that bees are a thing, right? That's like the entire feature set of 1.15 is bees. Do bees get mad when you take their flowers? Because there's a lot of flowers around here. This is one of those flower forest, that's what it is, biomes, right? That is, I mean, if you want to die, not like stop living, but if you want a die, this is a real good biome. And I do think that just bringing some home might not be a bad idea. I could have sworn that there was a shipwreck around these parts somewhere that I saw from the corner of my eye. For the life of me, I can't find it anymore. So I guess we'll just be moving onwards? No, I'm just blind. It's right over there. It was within my field of view while I was talking about it. It's a little bit sad that I didn't see that. Do I want some clay maybe as well? If I had Silk Touch, I'd be getting all of this ice right now because obviously I'm going to want to have a lot of at least packed ice, if possible blue ice, for my nether tunnel there, because I don't want to have to run back and forth every single time I want to go to the overworld to explore a little bit. But for the time being, let's try to find ourselves some loot in this abandoned shipwreck. Which, some bamboo, actually, not bad. Some potatoes, not bad. Some carrots, not bad. And some paper, and some rotten flesh. I suppose I might as well take it just because, why not? And there's only the one chest, right? Yeah, so I suppose that is something. I see a lot more sugarcane over there. I might not even have to like grow a lot of sugarcane, especially I've got 6 paper already. I need, what do I need? Like 30 something bookcases, which is about like, I think I need like about a stack and a half of books, which means that I need about like 5 stacks of, okay, I'm probably going to need to grow some. Okay, so I know it's the Nether update, but going into the overworld seems to be crashing my game an awful lot, and I don't really appreciate that, because I was just walking around what biome was I even in, like an icy tundra kind of thing, and just randomly the game was like, yeah, I'm going to nope out of here, and left me without the loot I just got. And part of that loot, I will remind you, was bamboo, which actually pretty like annoying to get because you can only get it from loot chests or a bamboo jungle, and the bamboo jungle is not a very common kind of biome. So I'm gonna get my bamboo back first and foremost, and then we'll see what we end up doing. Because while bamboo is maybe not the most useful kind of thing, it is rapidly growing fuel. Okay, never mind. I might have been going in the wrong direction. I think I'm lost. Hello, sea turtle. One day I'll come for you when I need to make like a gold farm. If that even still works. There's probably going to need to be modifications to gold farms, because now at least we have piglins and zombie piglins, which is going to just screw with your spawn rates. That's not even to mention the possibility of hoglins spawning inside that thing. I at least see a village over in the distance, which means that we can mark down the coordinates for the village, and we'll know where to get our slaves when the time comes. I am going to lock them into their houses the moment I get building blocks. But that's actually not an insignificant village, and it's a swamp as well. There's a swamp. I like the fact that there's a swamp, because, have I said swamp enough yet? Because obviously that's going to help us get slime balls. Also, how annoying is it when you forget to turn off the mute button for your audio recording? So you guys haven't had game audio up until this cut? You do now. I guess you can be glad that you didn't, because there's been a lot of me breaking flowers, which is not the most pleasing sound in the world. Oh, look at you two. I guess not much I can do for you, really. Your friends will reproduce. It doesn't matter. Hey, at least it's a lot of food. I've got some more bread, which is honestly more than I could have hoped for at this point. But other than that, this seems to be a fairly useless village. So let's just... Other than the fact that we do have a swamp here as well. So this is a fairly useful place to keep in mind. So I'm going to leave you guys again, but don't be afraid. I will be back. And next time, you will be coming with me. Oh, we have the hoe now for this. Man, that feels good to be able to do. Your trades are fairly useless to me. You're lucky. We're getting really lucky. We are also finding wild pumpkins. Which isn't as rare as it used to be, granted, but pumpkins are really nice. I don't think bees really like water. You shouldn't do that. You've got to be kidding me. It remembered the fact that I had looted the chest, but not that my inventory had the items from the chest inside it. I could go into creative mode and give myself those bamboo. But honestly, I don't really care too much about bamboo at the moment. Eventually I will care, but honestly, by the time I care so much about bamboo, it'll probably be to have an AFK experience farm. And if that ever becomes even anywhere close to relevant, it'll probably be because everything I have has mending on it, and by that point, I'll probably have an elytra. And I can just go around, flying around, finding more shipwrecks, and maybe just a bamboo forest. So I think I'm just going to not care about it right now, and just be happy that I got a little bit of loot from the overworld. I got some coordinates for a village, which I can eventually use whenever that becomes relevant. But for right now, I think we're going to focus on planting the sugarcane we found and growing it, making bookshelves, and having ourselves our very first enchantment setup of the series, before or even without getting a diamond pickaxe. That's an old pickaxe of mine, isn't it? Which I lost when I died somewhere. Oh, hello, Mr. Drowned. I need some dirt. I kind of forgot about the fact that I'm going to need dirt in order to actually plant the sugarcane. So, or sand. But sand will only work when there's blocks below it, which then means I guess I could use netherrack for that in theory. But let's go to that island and get myself some dirt. You know, the good thing about the portal spawn being literally in the middle of the ocean is that it will be very, very useful for making potentially a drowned farm if I want to get a trident, which eventually I will want to have a trident. And it'll also be somewhat helpful in making a AFK mob spawner farm without having to light up all the caves, because obviously there's not going to be as many spawns, there's not going to be any surface spawns, there's going to be drowned spawning in the water, but there's not going to be as much as like creepers and skeletons on the surface, meaning that it's going to be easier to get at least decent yield from a AFK mob farm. Especially if I build it high up in the sky. I don't need to go as high, which is kind of wonderful. But won't be relevant until I can get bamboo to get scaffolding. And now we wait. I figured you guys understand the basic premise of what I'm going to do there anyway, so I might as well just make some books and start the process of making an enchantment setup, which I have 2 loading stone compasses. What? Something duped when the game crashed all those times. It's a little bit confusing. But I guess I'll take it. It's not going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things, I don't think. But that is not a lot of bookshelves, admittedly. But it is enough to get us... Where are diamonds? No, really, where are our diamonds? We had diamonds. There we go. You scared me for a moment. A enchantment table. And honestly, I want to make a room that is dedicated to it. That's like really looking good and looking nice and looking fancy. But I'm too busy kicking my desk, apparently. But this doesn't look good at all as it is. So I probably want to redesign this first into like a proper-ish house before I want to go expanding different rooms into it. Alright, it's very, very basic. It's also not quite aligned, so whenever I get around to reconstructing this nether portal, this entire room will have to go 1 block over to the right because it's not centralized. Either that or this tunnel. Probably this tunnel will have to be re-centralized because this entire build is actually centered on this. It's just this tunnel is off center, which is already bothering me so much. But this is the basis of what our new home in the nether here is going to be. It's fairly boring as of right now, but that's an event. But this is what we're going to build upon. We're going to probably make a door here to get to like our farming district, for lack of a better word. We're going to have our piglin farm here and probably a hoglin farm, not very close to it, with a wall between the two, definitely. And we're going to be farming the mushrooms here and all that kind of good stuff. And I do also still need to make a storage room because I need to have a place that I can safely open chests without any piglins around. And there's, at this moment, piglins in my new home as well. And then we also need to have an enchanting room, and we're going to need to have quite a few rooms. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go in this direction, which this is the middle, and I'm going to build 2 rooms here. 1 room is going to be my storage room. No. 1 is going to be my storage room. Don't open that door, you maniac! You know what's out there? You should be fighting him. Very good. Go defend my honor. Anyway, so one of those rooms is going to be the storage room, the other one's probably going to be the enchantment room, and if I need to branch out from there, we'll see what ends up happening. But that is the plan for right now. Please don't kill me. There's a lot of hoglins in my house right about now. I set them free close to the piglin pan, so hopefully those piglins will take care of them. I'm thinking this might also be a really good way of making a hoglin farm. I'm thinking. Just have some piglins with crossbows, a piston wall or a piston door, retract it when you want to kill them, and have it push back the blocks to make a wall whenever you want the hoglins to be safe and to breed them. That actually seems like a functional farm. And I'm gonna die! I survived. Somehow. Not for long. You scared the ever-living crap out of me. Go fight for me, child. I need more warped fungus around my house whenever I get around to building more of this. Because this is not fun to deal with. If I had any warped fungus, I'd be fine right now, but I don't. Maybe I should just go out looking for warped fungus, because this is otherwise gonna take a while. So, while I was building, I was also thinking, let's close this off for the time being. This is not gonna be a very useful room. Right? It's kind of like going to be the main hub for everything. I mean, it's going to lead into what I'm going to call my garden or my whatever you want. And then this is going to turn out to be the enchantment room once I have my bookshelves and my enchantment table in here and a floor. And then I'm probably going to have like my chest with lapis and like books here and then a grindstone here and just the usual enchantment setup. And I was thinking, I can still do like the hallway thing, right? I can still do that and have a second room there, but maybe I should make that a potions room instead. And then I can put my storage in this very big central room, because that's where I'm going to be most of the time anyway, right? And that's going to be central to everything. If I'm here at the portal or coming out of the portal, first thing I come into, this room. After collecting from my farms, first thing I come into, this room. After and before doing enchantments, for some reason, if I need any storage related things other than like maybe enchantment books, it's connected to this, and it's the same with an eventual potion room. So I think this is going to be my storage room. But now that I've got the basic layout done, I think I'm going to work on the enchantment room first to get that all set up, and then I'm probably going to finish up the actual like layout and everything surrounding the house between episodes, because I'll also probably be doing a little bit of strip mining between episodes. Also, this doesn't really serve any purpose anymore now that this is one big room, so this is going to take a while. I'm going to just farm a little bit, and when I'm ready to get back to you, you'll know it, because there will be a cut and it will be immediate, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. For me, it's probably going to be like a day or two before I actually get to record the next segment. That's why I'm trying to like end this off, but for you guys it's going to be immediate, so I don't even know why I'm still talking. You'll see in a second. It's now the next day, and hello. I put these torches in here so that you would not come in here anymore. What's wrong with you? So, the house has not quite been finished yet. I still don't have a proper floor. I kind of want to make a quartz floor, to be honest, but that's gonna be expensive. So maybe if I use slabs, that'll be possible. But as you can definitely see, this is now my storage room. We have my portal room here with my respawn anchor and some basic utility things and my lodestone. And then over here, as you could definitely see, we have the enchantment setup, which also has a piglin running around in it, which is not particularly great because there's a chest in this setup as well. And also this wall has not been finished yet. There's still a tree in my wall. I'll fix that off screen. And we have our entire setup here. I'm a little bit scared to open these chests because there's a piglin over there. I don't know how I'm going to be fixing that, because they can obviously open doors, and I have soulfire torches set up here and a warped fungus set up here to keep out piglins and hoglins respectively. But apparently when the piglins get scared by presumably zombie piglins, they ignore soulfire torches, and now he's in here and probably fairly terrified. So not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that. But so we've got a couple of chests here. We have a lot of chests which don't have items in them yet. But we've got our valuables, like the mining related stuff, such as, well, the diamond is in the frame, so it's not in the chest. But A lot of quartz because, as you can see, I've been doing a little bit of level grinding to be able to enchant. Glowstone, gold, everything that'll come out of mining. These are everything going to be regarding like dyes and flowers. It's a bit of a big chest for something like that, but eventually when I like do some more building related stuff and want to have colored wool and colored terracotta, colored glass, this is going to be a very much more important chest. This is everything farming and food related, so we've got our... Fuck off, fuck off. I don't like it when piglins are in my house and murdering me for opening my own goddamn chests. You please go fuck yourself. Okay, now that he's dead and I don't have a helmet anymore, let's continue onwards, right? So we've got like leather because it comes from cows, and then we've got the hair bales here and rotten flesh and the balls and everything farming related is in here. These are the monster drops, which are, man, you guys are loud. Which are magma creams, ender pearls, and string, all of which I got from piglin trading, I'm aware, but they are monster drops, so I put them in there. This is everything potion related, so at the moment that's just 2 splash potions. This is everything wood related. I made the separate chest for that because those are things I'll be more often using than this chest, which is just general building blocks, and then this chest, which is at the moment just junk, and I didn't know where to place it. All the other chests do not have a use as of right now. Eventually they will. And then this barrel over here holds all my tools and armor. So that is just the sorting. Well, I was going to say sorting. Oh my god, my 30 levels are gone as well! So I wanted to end off this episode by doing a little bit of a chanting on some books so that I can just show you that it all works and everything. And then between episodes I could do a little bit more strip mining in the overworld to get some more iron, because I'm all out of iron pretty much. So I suppose that will not be happening, and we'll be doing some like more major enchantment at the start of next episode to make ourselves like a fortune pickaxe and all that kind of good stuff. So I'll be mining with an unenchanted pickaxe, but let's just see, just for fun still. Knockback 2, fire protection 1, or unbreaking 1. At least we've got an Unbreaking 1 book now. And Smite 1, Sharpness 2, Piercing 3, Smite 1, doesn't seem too bad. And this now, Piercing, Sharpness. Actually, Sharpness 3 might not be a bad thing to keep around. So let's keep that enchantment open for when we have 30 levels again. And I do think this is a pretty good point to wrap up this episode of the Minecraft 1.16 Let's Play series. In the next episode, hopefully when I get back, I'll have at least somewhere close to 30 levels again. Potentially not, but at least we'll have more iron armor again, and we'll be able to enchant that armor and potentially even have an iron pickaxe with fortune on it so that we can get some decent amount of diamonds. And when we have enough diamonds, we'll be going back to the Nether Fortress. Not for getting diamonds as we initially wanted to, but for getting blaze rods. Because if we have full diamond and enchantments, if we have blaze rods, we're gonna go to the Nether. Also, I'm going to be able to, the end, I mean, we're already in the Nether. We've been in the Nether for the entire series, more or less. Because we've got so many ender pearls, it's gonna be very easy to get to the end. And I do want to make an infinity bow as well before we do that, but we've got plenty of string, so we should be able to enchant a lot of bows. And there's a lot of enchanting related things to do. But in the next episode or 2, we'll be going into the Nether Fortress again, make ourselves a blaze farm. Probably, I don't know if we're going to make the farm yet. We probably can't make the farm yet because we need sticky slime. Slime balls. Sticky pistons and slime balls for that. But we'll definitely be doing a more basic version of that where we just block off the entire spawn area, other than 1 or 2 blocks where we can just use a sweeping sword or something like that. I don't know what we'll be doing yet, but we'll be going into the Nether Fortress next episode, and then hopefully the episode after that we'll be going into the end, which will also result in us getting potentially even better enchanted loot, more ender chests, and an elytra. at which point we'll need to start working on a way to reliably get gunpowder. And for that, we're going to need a lot of stuff. So for the next like 5 or 6 episodes, we've got a lot of stuff like ahead of us. One thing leading to the next, leading to the next, leading to the next. And it's going to be interesting. But first and foremost, I need to do a lot of mining. So I'll see you all back next time on the Minecraft 1.16 Let's Play series. Until then, bye.